are not a follower, you're a leader. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you fully owned that you're a trendsetter, a pioneer, not someone waiting for seat at the table, but the one who builds the table? Why you didn't, maybe you didn't invent the warm water, but you found ways to deliver it faster, cleaner, smarter, better, in a more productive way, in a way that transforms each and every one of your clients. Yet here's the pattern I see daily. You scroll, analyze, rewrite, delete, do it again. Overthinking, content, programs, live scripts that your audience would resonate with anyway. You hold back pricing, afraid someone will push back. You over explain in the DMs because you fear they won't get your value. And right now you're second guessing your next move. Although the transformation you bring to your clients is insane, out of this world. What you're doing is something incredible, but you're not expressing it. You're second guessing every move. You're lowering your voice when your results are screaming to be shared. You're holding back because someone put you in a box, whether it's messaging, identity, methods, whoever this person is. And every hesitation costs you clients, revenue, and your legacy, your brand. The numbers don't lie. Softening your message equals undercharging, equals leaving 10-50K months on the table. What if showing up unapologetically as yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable and hurts someone, is exactly what accelerates your results and your income? It's time for you to stop waiting and start leading. Because what happens currently is that you are a leader. You are leading your clients to great results, transformation, whatever you're doing as a service provider, as a coach, as an entrepreneur, as a whole. But what happens in reality is that you're following someone else who is telling you this is how you write content, this is how you set up your offers, or this is how XYZ. And what happens is that you are blending in, and you're not here to blend in. You were born to stand out. You have such brilliance, but you bought so many messaging courses that you no longer sound like you. What you have to say and what you're doing inside of your programs, masterclasses, containers, or whenever you have a client call, it's totally, disruptive, challenging, totally changing the lives of your clients. But you dress it up in a copy-pasted templates or scripts. And that is actually your voice and your genius that you're not fully showing to the world. And instead of looking like the leader, like the big CEO that you actually are, you are sounding like someone else or everyone else. When in fact, if you just show up live and tell your truth, the way that you're speaking to your clients in your day-to-day conversations, when you express your lens, how you see their problem, why this problem appears, with a deep focus, not on what and how you should say, but real focus on your client. What does she need to hear now? What does she need to know? what you see as a common mistake and how to deal with it using your methods, your expression, your lens. Then your brand voice, the perceived value, how people are connecting to you, and respectively the results would be at completely different level. The world doesn't need another copycat. It needs the woman who leads with certainty, even when she feels the discomfort of doing something new. And let me disrupt your thinking a little bit. By the way, feel free to leave any comments, whatever lands to you, or if you find yourself in any of these, or somehow this pushes your buttons, that's the goal. And now I want to disrupt your thinking a little bit, because another thing that I see very often is that you're waiting for the perfect alignment, whatever this looks like to you. And this is one of the biggest blind spots for high capacity women who are, extremely good at what they do. Because you want to make everything work for your clients, for your audience, for your team, but you are forgetting to think of your vision. And I see like these are things I see daily in my practice, that you're checking analytics obsessively instead of sending or posting this post or doing a live that could convert a 3K or 30K client. You're tweaking posts for perfection in Canva oftentimes, although as a CEO this is totally not your job. As a pioneer this is totally not your job. And your audience is waiting to hear you. Your company is waiting for you to lead with this vision, with these big delusional movements. And you're also saying yes to every inquiry, even the misaligned ones, out of fear of missing out. But what you're actually missing is 6 figures in revenue, if not more, and yourself, your brand voice. Because waiting for everyone to catch up or for the perfect conditions is costing you millions in potential sales. And the math is very simple. Each delayed action is a lost opportunity. You cannot imagine how much I see this, especially with entrepreneurs, business owners who are at around 200, 300K per year. Especially in this situation, because you're pretty much like, you have proven how you work, you have results, you have sales, you have clients, but now you're kind of, this is a subconscious fear that what if someone cannot catch up? And the speed that you're leading is not what it should be. Leading at the speed of your own knowing triggers alignment. Not later, not tomorrow, now. For example, I have doubled and tripled prices not once. I let clients walk away when things are no longer happening at the speed I know I should be growing, when my income feels not relevant for the level I have achieved. I raise standards, and yes, it scares me oftentimes. I also have this inner feeling, okay, but now some clients are not going to like it, or I have to end up this offer, this space, I have outgrown the price point, the people inside, and I see there are 10 people who are ready for the big expansion, but there are also 5 people who are not. But if you are not leading from your delusional vision and your growth, you're going to cap your income. And these 10 people who are completely ready and craving for the next level and expansion, they're waiting for your leadership. And if you do not lead them because of the other 5 people who are not ready and probably will not be ready, because they are okay to be in their comfort zone, is going to cost you 7 figures, is going to cost you these very clients who are ready and who want speed, who want bigness, who want growth, exceptional growth, delusional growth. This is what is going to happen if you do not own your pioneering energy. Whether you're going to pioneer how you're leading, whether you're going to pioneer with a new mastermind where you're teaching something exceptional, this is what you need to do. And each time when I have doubled and tripled my prices and let go of things that no longer serve me, that are no longer aligned with my delusional vision, new clients came willingly, instantly. The minute I took the decision, I'm done with this, new clients ready to pay, ready for the transformation. They are like, the universe responds instantly. And these clients are drawn by clarity, conviction, and systems that work without you babysitting. And this discomfort that you feel, it's not a warning, it's a signal. It's a signal that you don't need perfect alignment to act, and you should not be waiting. It's just the opposite. And that is one of the biggest blind spots for high capacity women and entrepreneurs. Let me know if this lands for you. How do you feel now when we are speaking of this? Let me know if it lands. Let me check also if I'm live, if everything is okay with the stream. Yes. Even if you are catching the replay, put a hashtag replay and answer these questions. You don't have to wait for everything to align before you make your next move. Waiting for everyone else to catch up is delaying the next level, because you're leading from the position of no child left behind, this kind of energy. When you're actually the pioneer and you should be setting the tone, you go first and the others follow. Your current clients will adjust. They will love it or hate it, but they will adjust. New clients will come, and these new people are going to be next level already. And you're not here to wait for permission or consensus from your clients. Your clients should not be giving you permission on your next steps. And you cannot imagine how much I see this every single day. You're waiting for clients to dictate your growth when it should be completely the opposite. You should be dictating your own growth, you should be commanding your clients' growth, and you should be up-leveling constantly, consistently. I don't know what other word we can use for this. The sooner you lead at the speed of your knowing, the sooner everything else aligns to you. It shows you what has been outgrown and what no longer serves you. This discomfort, this feeling, it feels tight here. This high level space that I have, that I'm selling for 5K, it's small. You feel it, and your clients are feeling it. The sooner you align it without waiting for the perfect conditions, the better the results. The, the pioneer doesn't wait. She makes her own conditions. And I know that many of you are afraid to speak differently from what you're used to show to your audience, your clients, differently from what the industry is speaking, regardless of your niche and what is happening in your niche, to disrupt what is usually happening, let's say in the online space, or what is usually happening in that kind of spaces and offers that you lead. And you know that there are people who are not very much into your new methods, but you have already outgrown the old way and you created a new way. You disrupted the old paradigm of how things are working. You're also afraid to infuse this in your messaging because you're in this situation. What will my current audience think? Are they going to get it, to perceive it well? And that is putting you in a box, and most of the times this is not your box. It's like when you're in this box, whether it's about messaging, system, or an innovator box, an identity box. For example, because this is how it's done, this is what the industry does, this is how she does it, this is how it's done, who says so? And here the thing is that you are a pioneer, that you are the one who is inventing so many things, the one who is leading your clients to incredible transformations. And when you put yourself in this kind of box, it's costing you 7 figures. And that is why you're not making the illusional money that makes your hair blow off and your dream clients line up to pay you. And you have that archetype in you, this disruptive, but not from a place of I'm going to be rebellious. It's from a place of power, that fire that you have, that you lead and others follow. But oftentimes you're holding back, and if you keep holding back, the world is missing out on what you're meant to create. Your boldness creates ripple effect. So stop doubting and start showing up with certainty, more certainty. I know you're a leader, you have the clients, your work is brilliant, and you are already someone with proven results, and you are certain. But often your certainty wavers based on what will clients say when you set boundaries. Someone is always like, oh, but I don't like this, so I don't like that. Of course they will not. We want to take as much as possible for the lowest price, most of the people. And of course, clients who are used to get everything for 5K instead of 30K, it's real value, they will be unhappy. But you need to be bold, you need to learn to be bold and to learn to let go of things that are no longer serving you, your growth, and the other people in your world. This is harmful for everyone. And you cannot wait to lead anymore. You need to stop hesitating to speak differently in lives. Stop being afraid of judgment, whether it's going to be from the industry or your current clients or whoever. You need to stop following templates and instead start expressing your genius. Stop fearing mistakes. Yesterday I had a one-on-one call with someone a new client, and we were talking about this, about mistakes, and I told them, you know what, there are no mistakes. This is testing. You're testing the messaging, you're testing the creative, you're testing if your audience is, how your audience is perceiving this, and then you're adjusting. You will adjust your messaging if the audience is not instantly reacting. Or maybe your audience needs to be warmed up, and you exactly need to show up live, build connections, and express your real genius instead of trusting what everyone says, like don't share value, be authoritative. Okay, but when you have no connection and your audience is cold, and you see that this authoritative content is not resulting in these sales that you expected, then just adjust. Say, okay, my audience is not ready for this. I need to add a connection element to this authoritative content. But that's the point, you know. This is where your leadership comes. You being able to look at the data, the numbers, and to analyze, is this working for my audience, for my brand, for my current stage of business? Not just being deaf for what is actually happening and listening to someone else. Also, stop compensating with overworking. And stop thinking effort equals credibility. You can limit access to you, so you have more capacity for pioneering, for creating new methods. And this is not going to hurt your clients, just the opposite. Because you will be more productive, and you're going to create better transformation for them. And if you are in this situation where you're constantly overworking and being exhausted, this is capping your income. Every moment you hedge your energy or copy someone else's voice, you're also capping your income. Your brilliance deserves infrastructure, not being overwhelmed, overworked, or imitating someone else. Every hesitation is costing you real revenue. Every later keeps your legacy, your brand, the transformation that you can deliver, keeps it small. This isn't fear. This is like your subconscious telling you you're capable of more. But your logical mind tells you, what if? What if my audience doesn't understand it, doesn't get it? What if someone from the industry mocks me? Who cares? Who cares? Let me know if this resonates. If you have been quietly frustrated, burned by gurus, or even you are often comparing yourself to your coach. And again, mentorship is not about someone telling you do this exactly that way, but also you being able to say, okay, is this exact framework currently applicable to my current situation? And that is exactly why you're exhausted by playing safe by someone else's rules. And I know exactly where you're at. You have outgrown this small thinking. This is small thinking. This is not your pioneer energy, your leadership energy. This is not how CEOs scale. Because you have outgrown this maybe one day mindset, you have outgrown convincing energy, you have outgrown following someone else. You are so big damn deal. and you need to express it freely. People would love you for this and would pay you crazy money. And you have also outgrown clients who need hand holding and spaces where you're required all the time, being available 7 days per week, even in the weekends. If your sales depend on you hand holding every client to the buy button, this is also something you have outgrown. You need better system, not just one funnel, but a whole sales system that is going to take you out of this performance mode and put you in this leadership pioneer energy, in the real CEO energy. The only thing standing between you and the legacy you're meant to build is the willingness to take the bold action now, right now, today, this second you're watching this live. And I want you to feel this right now, the discomfort, the disruption that what I'm saying in these last 10 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever, that's your calling. That's the call to lead, not just follow whoever. And if you are still waiting for things to fall into place, if you don't step up, if you don't step up and express your next level and lead differently in your current containers with your current clients, and start showing differently and stepping up for your future clients, you're not just missing out on an opportunity, you're letting it slip through your fingers. Like, imagine I have a cent in my hand and it's slipping through my fingers, and that happens every single day. This hesitation, this like every later, is costing you so much money. You're losing money, you're throwing money away, you're repelling money this way. It's time to stop hiding behind your own fear and start owning the power you have earned and this innovative energy that lives in you already. And it's knocking and screaming, let me out. Leave that old shit behind. Let me out. I want to shout already. But instead of, as I said, just showing up live and expressing it, you are trying to put it in a couple of words that are someone else's content framework or AI prompt. And that is not your power, not your voice, not your brand. That is not building the connection you want with your audience. And that is hurting your current containers and spaces. Regardless if you are a relationship coach, dating coach, psychologist, therapist, health or wellness specialist, coach, mentor, weight loss, regardless if you are a business coach, business mentor. So you have built the momentum and now it's time to amplify it. You're here to create business for you. Your pioneer energy deserves the architecture to match its power. That means also systems that are not taking your energy, but the opposite, they're amplifying it. Because you're not here to personally escorting every sale to the checkout, like if this is you, you're a concierge, not the CEO. And you're here to build an empire, a machine that operates even when you step away. And to let you be in your creative flow, to let you step into your delusional mindset that is going to make you delusional money. And this is for the woman who is ready to own her next level and stop playing small. Your business grows in proportion to your capacity to lead, not your willingness to perform or be in your comfort zone. If you continue to do everything manually and continue to follow instead of leading, you'll hit a ceiling. Because your time and energy are the most precious assets and they bring you money. And you need to think of this. Your next level income is about pioneering and engineering the business so it brings money even when you step away. If you felt the pull, I know the discomfort you feel in your chest and gut, and that hesitation when you know your next move could shift everything and will shift everything, that's your pioneer energy calling. That's the part of you that refuses to play small, to follow, that refuses to soften your brilliance, whether it's going to be in your messaging, offers, your sales system, how you're pioneering your methods, your work. Because this pioneer energy doesn't want to fit in someone else's box. The only reason your business isn't printing the kind of money, influence, and impact you're capable of is because you're still letting fear, hesitation, and outdated shoulds dictate your steps. Let go of what's not serving you anymore and move. Your business should not be limited by your capacity. If you are the woman who's done waiting for the right conditions, for permission, for consensus, if you're done diluting your messaging to be liked, and you're ready to evolve, expand, and lead with this unshakable certainty, you're ready to scale your business like a CEO, holding your full pioneer energy. That is magnetizing clients who get you, and that is also going to help you build a brand and system, sales system, that let your empire work even when you step away. You need to be a little delusional. I mean, unapologetically delusional about your vision. So clear, so bold, so unapologetic that what others think doesn't even register. You stop adjusting your steps to please clients who are not aligned, competitors or coaches who try to put you in their box, people who are small-minded and doesn't even get what you're doing, or any kind of industry rules that keep your brilliance in a box. You move forward with full certainty, knowing where you're going, who you're building for, and what empire you want to create, what kind of freedom you want to experience, what kind of money, not because someone is saying more money, but the money that you need, you want, what is going to make you feel safe, secure, what is going to make you feel like expansive. And that is the kind of fearless and unapologetic energy that is magnetic. It pulls the right clients in, the right opportunities, and the right growth directly into your orbit, into your field. If this resonates and if you're done hiding your brilliance, I'm diving deep on exactly how to make this your reality in my Scale Like a CEO Masterclass. This is where you're going to move from burnout brilliance that you're hiding to fully activate high-level leadership and expansion. The question is only, are you stepping into your power and your pioneer energy, or you're letting it sit dormant another day? The link for the masterclass is going to be in the comments. So let's make your pioneer energy work for you. Not just in your business, but for your legacy. Have a great day. Tracy.